Connor McDavid leaves tonight's game with what is being reported as a lower body injury. Welcome back, everyone. My name is Dr. Stephen Wilson, and here on this channel, we analyze the mechanisms of sports injuries. So if that's the type of content that interests you, then please consider liking and subscribing to this channel. So on the replay here, we're watching Edmonton Oilers captain number 97, Connor McDavid. He's coming across the blue line. He's looking to scoop up the puck, but then he falls heavily into the boards here, feet first, and his skates go up into the air. Soon after this play, McDavid was ruled out of the game. So if we reverse the replay here, we'll back it up a bit, and we'll watch how Connor McDavid, he gets possession of the puck, but then he's up on one skate here. He's up on his left skate. He's trying to corral the puck. He's even got his left hand down on the ice here as well. And he's trying to decelerate as he goes into the boards. You can even see the spray from the rear side of his left skate. You know, he's digging in really hard with the outside edge of his left skate in order to control himself. But then here, he does fall into the boards. This is probably the best angle that we have. So we can see his right skate is fully up in the air, but his left skate, you can see the blade actually right here. His blade is actually still on the ice. We can see it contrasted here with the yellow paint on the side of the boards. He goes into the boards. His left skate is still on the ice. So his skate is parallel to the yellow stripe, but his body is perpendicular and moving in towards the boards here. But we can see the positioning of his left foot. His toe is going to be slightly turned outwards in relation to his tibia, his shin bone, his lower leg. So we're going to call that external rotation, but as his foot, the inside of his ankle is being pushed up against the boards here, that places his ankle also into a position we call eversion. That is really going to stress the ligaments on the inside part of his ankle, and it's going to compress and torque on the structures on the outside of his ankle. Again, we'll watch that at half speed, and there's the impact. That's almost reminiscent to how Drew Doughty fractured his ankle about 6 weeks ago when he went heavily into the boards here as well. We'll watch it again. McDavid goes in. There's the spray coming off of his skate as he tries to maintain control, and there we can see his left ankle being twisted into eversion and external rotation as he goes into the boards. His toes are flat on the ice, but his left knee is going to be right over top of his midfoot. That's going to place his foot, it's going to bring his toes up a little bit closer to his knee in a position we also call dorsiflexion. And what that is going to do, it's going to keep his ankle in a fairly stable position, but because it's going to lock his talus bone in position, but then it's going to rotate with that external rotation, and that's really going to stretch and torque on the outside of his ankle. You know, there's a lot of energy, a lot of pressure being pushed through a very confined area here, and that can really stress the ligaments also on the outside of his ankle, causing a high ankle sprain, possibly even a fibular fracture. We're going to correlate what we're seeing here with the anatomy screen. We're going to take a look at the left lower leg. So of course we have the long shin bone of the tibia. Right beside it is the long bone of the fibula. Then we have your ankle bones, and then the bones down into your foot here as well. We can actually turn it around. We can appreciate the lateral or the side view here. And of course the heel bone. And then this is the medial view. So when Connor McDavid on his left skate went into the boards, the inside part of his foot everted and was pushed up flat against the boards. And from there, his toes also came up into a little bit of dorsiflexion here. What that is going to do, it's going to lock his talus bone right underneath his tibia here and above his calcaneus, his heel bone. It's going to lock his tibia in place, but then his foot everted into external rotation, and that's going to cause his talus bone to tilt a little bit. And when that does, that's going to create a lot of stress and a lot of pressure into the lower connective tissue between the lower parts of the tibia and the fibula here, or the distal part of these two bones. It's going to, with the talus turning like that, that's going to cause these two bones to even separate a little bit, causing that dreaded high ankle sprain, which is going to stress the ligamentous tissue in between those bones. And of course, it's going to stress the inside part of his ankle, mainly what's called his deltoid ligament. This is a little bit of a closer up view here. So again, we're looking at the distal part of the tibia and fibula, the connective tissue, the anterior inferior talofibular ligament, the deltoid ligament on the inside part of his ankle. Those will be stretched and those will be sprained with McDavid going into the boards like that. That does also create a bit of a twisting, a bit of a torsion pressure through his fibula. It is possible to also induce a fracture through the fibula, similar to what happened to Drew Doughty about 6 weeks ago with the Los Angeles Kings. Connor McDavid is likely to miss time after this incident. At the very least, he will have a deltoid ligament sprain and a high ankle sprain to his left ankle. At the very most, he could also have a left knee sprain, and fingers crossed, we're really hoping this is not the case. It is possible there might be a left fibular fracture. That's it for tonight's video. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate your time and your attention. Please be well.